Hi YouTube. Hey, I just thought I'd show you today how I plant carrots. I used to struggle with planting carrots quite a bit because it seems like they can't be planted very deep, and then when you water them, I was having trouble with the dirt washing away, and you got to keep them moist all the time, but that top quarter-inch layer of dirt dries out so quickly. I just struggled for years to get my carrots going. So I'm going to show you how I solved that problem. It was quite a bit of trial and error that I did. I um, struggled with lots of different ways to do it. One way that I tried was to cover it with a tarp, and that worked kind of. I also tried covering the dirt with cardboard and punching a lot of holes in it so the water could get in. But I've since then found a different way. So I'll just show you the method from start to finish. This whole garden bed right here is going to be planted in carrots, with the exception of these two squares right down here where I've got some Concord grapes starting, and you might be able to see. Let me just see if I can get in there a little closer. Let's find one here. There's a good example. You can see that little bud coming out. Now I cut these cuttings when the grapes were dormant and just stuck them in the ground here, kept them well watered. You always want to make sure you have two buds under the ground. I cut the tops flat and the part that goes into the ground on an angle. And so you can see that little bud there. And there's quite a few of them here that are going to start. Those will grow out through the summer, and then we'll plant them in various places along the property in the fall. But anyway, the rest of this bed is going to be carrots. So I do the square foot gardening method. I just like the organization with it. It's easy for me to stop and go do something else and figure out where I've left off. So the first thing that I like to do is, I don't like to dig my soil very deep. I'm trying to build soil on the top. I've just got this little hoe here. That's great. It's got about a 2-foot long handle. It's got about a 2-inch wide blade, and it's great for working in the square foot garden. So I'm just going to till up just the top layer, just kind of break the ground a little bit with this hoe, just to kind of get rid of those weeds that are just starting to start right there. Just kind of break up the big clumps. And there's a rock we need to get out of there. And then I'll just sort of smooth the dirt out a little bit. And then I take the hoe, and I don't do this hard. I just barely tamp down the dirt to smooth it out just a little bit. I mean, not hard at all, just barely. This dirt is really wet, and so just barely enough to kind of make it flat. Okay. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm take my little stick here. This little stick's probably, I don't know, maybe 1/4 inch in diameter. And I'm just going to make a little, not a hole per se, but just a little indentation, maybe a 1/4 inch deep. And I'm going to space these about 1 inch apart in as straight of a line as I can do. Okay. So you want them 1 inch apart both ways, just to give enough room for a carrot to grow. And you're just going to go ahead and do that along the whole square, but I'm not going to make you sit through that while I do it. So then what you do, get our seeds here. Okay, and you're just going to take a little pinch. These are my carrot seeds. I don't remember what kind these are. I'll tell you how you can grow your own carrot seeds here in a minute. But you're just going to take a little pinch of seeds. Let me switch hands here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so you got a little pinch of carrot seeds. And you're just going to go along in these holes, and you're just going to kind of move your fingers back and forth and slightly. I try to release 2 seeds per hole. Just go along. This way you waste a lot less seed. Your seeds will go a lot further. We'll do 2 rows of them there. Okay. And then I just take my stick and I just dust a little bit of dirt over each one. Just a little bit of dirt, not very much at all. Okay, that's as far as I got, so we'll stop there. And now comes the magic. Walk over here to the, I call this my barn, but it's just a freestanding carport that I use like a barn to store all my crazy stuff. But we'll walk over here. Now this, folks, is the magic right here. A simple burlap bag. I got these at my farm store. I think coffee comes in these. And you can see this is a whole bag. What I do is I split them down the sides and leave them sewed together at the end, like this one. So it just makes a long strip of burlap. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take this out, and after you get all your carrots planted where you want, you just take this out. And I use baling twine to make the separations for my square foot garden. It's great because it suspends this burlap so it's not laying right on the carrots. Although I don't think it would really matter if it did. So I put this over my carrots. And as you can see, that prevents the wind from drying out my dirt. It also prevents the sun from drying things out too much, provides a little shade. And the best part is that I can take my watering wand, turn it on real low, and I can water right through this burlap. And I just leave this on until the carrots come up, and they're about an inch tall. And it's easy. You can just lift this up and check on it. I use roofing nails to hold my twine on, and so I can simply pop the nail through the burlap by pulling the weave apart a little bit, and that'll hold my burlap on in case the wind comes up. Like it's pretty windy today. I'm hoping this video turns out okay with the wind noise, but anyway, that's how I do it. You can water right through that burlap, get your carrots off to a good start. Once they're rooted and established, you can pull it off. Now this also does germinate, any of the weed seeds that might be in there, but when the carrots are small, you can just pull them weeds out. When they're real small, they're easy to get out. They won't disturb the carrots. But anyway, that's how I do it. I hope this helps you guys, and sorry I've been away for so long, but we have a business that we run in the winter, and it doesn't allow me to make any videos. But summer is here, and I've got a lot more time, so I look forward to making lots of good videos for you guys this summer. And if you like what you saw here, please feel free to subscribe, share, like it. Anyway, let me know what kinds of things you guys would like to see. You can email me at just message me on YouTube. Anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thanks. Happy gardening.